Once again, I am because we are. What it do, what it do, what it do. Hey, y'all, check this out. Um, Thought I came across the waves, and hey, I had to lay it down, right? So I popped it on, man, and here it is. Um, you know, be careful about giving power to anything, especially reducing or diminishing your own power by saying, you know, the I'm a title, no matter what that title is. The more knows through even the paperwork. It says Negro, Black, Colored, 13th, 14th Amendment citizens. We are not, blah, 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 this and this and this, and then we are not. But yet and still we want to say more. More. That's also a title. It's also a name that they call and include. It's still on the same basis. Any name. Looking at your horoscope, we know also that one that says he's a Leo doesn't really know who he is because he's all of them, because they're all upon his body or her body. So we know he's wrong. So how can you think you are right in the sense that it's supposed to be, in the dimension in which it's supposed to be a place to born? You know this is an illusion. Why are you taking something real and trying to put it in something illusionary, or vice versa? And who does that? So, but listen to the intelligent wisdom that Morpheus is given to us in order to free us, which is our past on a different dimension, stripped down to a name, to a human, to a man, and given us the light, but on the wrong dimension. Look, everything is a contract. UCC laws that they had to make to counteract what was done states that everything is a contract. Everything is a contract, right? What we speak becomes a verbal contract. What we do, your actions is a verbal a contract. Everything is a contract. Well, listen, who is the contract being made with? See, they want you to believe it's on a dimension where it's being made with the state, or it's being made with another, being made with another corporation. Okay, right? The straw man, they want you to think that it's being made with a corporation. But no, the contract inwardly will be to be made with my lower self. And everything is a contract, being meaning if you do anything, know why you're doing it. If you're smoking weed, know why you're doing it. Make the contract with your lower self. Yeah, just like that. Because the contract must be made and agreed upon within self. That stuff that's outside of you, them government buildings and all that type of stuff right there, is the illusionary part. And they got you structured in the framework of thinking that everything, even the truth of the matter that comes to you out of an illusion, you go for the truth and try to use it with the illusion. No, you take the truth and use it where you can create the illusion, where you have all power, authority, and almighty, where your kingdom resides. They taking your abilities and telling you to apply them in a world that most of the master programs say belongs to Satan. But if you use them here, you can chase Satan up out of here. If you use it here, you can chase Satan up out of here. Look. Everything is a contract. You got to make contracts with self. If you're raising your vibration, if you're not eating meats, if you're not watching TV, if you meditate, if you practicing Tai Chi, if you this right here takes the ability, and it would be, or its duration is a constant continuation. And one is not placed in that zone where they could do such a thing, you know, they're really not. The adjustment to find self has to come at I'm gonna use this time word, at a time where it could be feasible, or your mind could at least become feasible and tackle the obstacles, or go along with what needs to be transformed in order to make your transformation. And if these two things are not aligned, either the situation allows you to do it or not, then these two will be, a factor due to something that you also had uh, uh, something to do with it. And a great turning, the great so-called scheme of things, for lack of better words, it's in yourself, though, because it all starts there. So therefore, I don't know, y'all. Something was hacking my brain just now, trying to attempt to hack my brain right there. Nevertheless, what we continue is what we practice. What we practice is what we will continue and must continue. So listen to that again. What we continue to do, we practice. When you continue to do certain things, regardless of what it is, guess what? You're keeping up the practice. If you're practicing things that's going to allow you to diminish yourself, it is best for you to stop that. Do not do that. What reason, what sense does it make if a person says he has any sense? The contracts that you make, you must make with yourself. Stop trying to make it with an illusionary Mayan world. I agree to do this for you, boss. When you're supposed to be saying it to the lower self, bowing down to the higher self. You crawling in the desert out here, and it's a desert because you don't know that this shit ain't even there. And you continue to see all these mirages looking like Chicago. All these mirages looking like indigo. All these mirages looking like anything you can imagine can be imagined here and get better results than messing with anything outside of you. If it's outside of you, If it's outside of you, then it is a projection. It is coming from within you. Remember, the projection outside of you don't want you to listen to it. It wants you to listen to yourself, speaking to it, trying to correct it, but absorbing what you are saying in order to correct self. So when you submit your application and contract to these places, you have made an agreement to deal in an illusionary damn type of world with repercussions. With a possible lawsuit, with a possible criminal charge, with the possibility of parole, or probation, to be watched over and monitored, to be attached to a GPS system and tracked everywhere you go. The possibility of going to have the United States Army posing as police officers to come in your house if your wife called the police on you and take you out of your house and away from your children. To have the possibility, you make these contracts and they continue to say, as people may not laugh, but people may look at situations and say, on TV, no, they do laugh at them. They say, look, they wrote this contract and dude must have been out of his mind. Dude, for some reason, must have totally lost track of his noodles, whatever, you know. But if you look at it, what a tangled web you weave. You heard me? What a tangled web you weave. It is almost inconceivable for one to miss this. If you even look at the things that I have been speaking about, and let me say this, the things that I be speaking about just don't come out of my pot of herbs and spices. You heard me? It don't activate that way. I have been studying for a minute. And the only reason why I don't really reference books, because I really don't think I'm speaking to a novice here. You can listen to a person and know what books he got it from. I was commanded and instructed that if we are not commanded to speak on something we have no knowledge. That right there would set us in the tune, or anyone in the tune, if he wanted to continue on in this in the level that he was experiencing, then that would make him study. When one knows not, one can only ask, seek, and find. So I've done much research, was in many halls of study and halls of learning, and doing what I had to do, doing what was necessary. You could tell it. I could tell it with anyone I speak consciously with, and that's the only people I speak with, conscious. Most people, most organs in the body are not set up to be nowhere near in the makeup or the constitution of another organ. Not in totality, not even 50%, not even 30%. The kidneys got to function, the liver got to function. They both function, but the functions are totally separate, different jobs. Now, when you break down let's just say a job. Let's say it's a corporation. Now you got the boss, and you already know how that big old corporation looks. That's a kidney, right? Okay, agreed. Now you look at another corporation, which is an organ, and that's the heart. And you know how it goes. It breaks down to the corporate level and all that. I mean, the CEO, all that, the janitor, everything. As far as you want to go, that's as far as you can go. All the way down to the janitors that's on the payroll. Do you understand? That's the heart. You look at things in this nature, you can see clearly now. Not that the rain has gone, like the songs say, but you can see clearly now because it ain't shit to see. It's all an illusion. It ain't even never been no rain. There's pain. Signing contracts to agree to go to jail. Signing contracts to agree to go to college. You know, I never seen nothing in nature go up in Walmart and try to get some stuff. I mean, I never seen a deer at the hardware store, nor a rabbit. I never even seen a white rabbit. They all over that TV. I seen a white rabbit at the pet store. But the rabbits that's in the hood, I don't never see a white rabbit. And for that matter, I ain't never seen a white rat. Have you? Where was it from? Where did you see it at? In that illusion. Check this, flip this. I ain't talking about the only illusion that's coming through that TV. Because, see, that illusion also has some truth in it. You know what I'm saying? It got to be, I only like to use this word duality, but it got to be based on, in this setup that he made is based on duality. In order for him to run, for his program to run. See, you don't need to run off a duality program. You don't even need to run off a positive and a negative. But the way he got his set up, his mathematics, duality. Come on, man, duality. Very little, Joe. Nevertheless, he running off of that. So we're gonna just see how his intelligence allows us to deal with him appropriately. Um, I was about to get into manner, but I see that's going to take a long, long, long time, and so I might as well go do what I got to do right now and come back and make this other one. All right. So I'm gonna catch up with y'all once again. You already know I am because we are. Yeah.